Hello everyone, welcome to Media Crash episode 18. Today we're going to be talking about every single major Disney animated movie that has come out at this point in time. My name is Holden, otherwise known as Time to Grind.
This is our third take. Cameras keep dying. I am Daniel, otherwise known as Not Daniel.
I'm Matthew, also known as Sutter, and I can't stop laughing over Daniel at first, trying his hardest to put his shoe back on before the take starts.
Listen, I don't want the feet people to have my feet pics yet. We need to have our Media Crash OnlyFans first.
Yeah,
then I'll
do
sell
that
my
first.
feet pics.
1,000 subscribers, we get a Media Crash OnlyFans.
That's a really low
specifically
bar
for
for us.
Daniel's feet. Well, I mean, it's just Daniel's feet.
It's just, my feet.
Yeah.
And we'll just go up his body.
Yeah, every 1,000 we just
go up an inch.
Yeah, and then once we complete Daniel, the next milestones will be one of us, and we'll start. At
I'm
the
glad
feet
we're
and keep
following
going up.
the AOL internet way of showing ourselves.
Or we can do pixel by pixel.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, so this is
1 million subscribers per pixel, though.
That's a pretty high. PewDiePie would only have like 50 pixels
Yeah.
or whatever.
They'd be 50 sexy.
But they get
T-Series,
to
though.
pick. They get to pick where the pixels are.
T-Series is technically the most subscribed account.
Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah. So it is another just a wide shot episode. Just pulling the curtains back a little bit. These cameras are pieces of shit, y'all. I don't know why, but they're haunted. I think that's what's happening. So, wide shot episode.
Atone for your sins, Holden.
I'm sorry,
You know what you've
cameras.
done wrong. You know why you're haunted.
I was trying to look into the camera and look all sad, but
It's
camera-
It's the
Camera's
wrong
already-
camera.
it's
You
already
have to look
closed his
towards the
eyes up. You gotta
center,
look at
like the
this
two
one.
of us.
properly
You don't have your single, what do you call it, portrait
yeah,
shot.
no, I don't have my own shot. I have to share with you guys. No.
Matthew and I share all the time, and we're just fine.
Speaking of beautiful shots, Disney movies.
Disney.
Seamless
yes.
transition,
Yeah, we
Matthew.
should. So what we're gonna do? It's gonna be a little different of a format than previous episodes. I have the Wikipedia page open for the list of Walt Disney Animation Studio films, and we're gonna just go through them one at a time. And if any of us have seen it or want to talk about it, we will. So I guess we might as well just jump into it. So the first one in 1937 is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I'm surprised it wasn't something really racist.
That's all their TV show, or all their animated
What was
shows.
that, Song of the South or something? It was some, really,
Was that a
really
movie?
old
That was a Disney animated one.
animated
It might be on there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
if it's part of their core though. But Snow White was actually one of the first movies I watched as a kid. I'm trying to get off that topic as fast as I can.
No, you're making the correct choice.
That was probably one of the oldest and earlier movies I watched as a kid, and it's just a standard story of just some dwarves and their sugar mom.
The Sugar Mama, or the
So back onto the subject of slavery.
no,
Do you think
they're
the
the sugar
seven
daddy.
dwarves are an allegory for indentured servitude?
man, today's episode is a lot of fun.
I'm having a great time. But yeah, Disney.
But yeah, so Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the only thing it makes me think of is there's some bootleg video game or something that I watched Kedikaris play. It was
Kedikaris?
Kedikaris, how do we pronounce it? Is a YouTuber, but there's it was Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys or something. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
There's some bootleg, because there's bootlegs of all these Disney movies, obviously, especially
yeah.
the bigger they got. And the bootleg version of this one was Snow White, or I don't know if it was Snow White, but it was something, and the Seven Clever Boys. And that's what
They're very clever.
Very clever. But I mean, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's
Dwarves.
dwarves. How do you-
Dwarves.
dwarves. So even though it's an
That
F,
movie should have ended with them overthrowing Snow White's reign of tyranny and reign over the dwarves.
I think so too. So okay, well that is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Then you get in 1940. So it took them 3 more years to make Pinocchio. And Pinocchio is a pretty good movie. I mean, I obviously most of these movies, if I have seen them, I saw them 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So they're
same.
not fresh. We didn't just binge all of them,
No, we're not that dedicated. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always like the because Pinocchio, it's really unique. It's not princesses and stuff, it's just like, yo, there's this doll. When he lies, his nose gets dummy thick, not thick, long.
Thick, long.
His nose
gets
gets
erect.
erect.
Imagine if it
Erect
just
would
got
be the
longer.
correct word. He gets erect when he lies.
In his
okay?
nose, yes. So
Imagine getting thicker. Just like it just
Well,
starts
it just
covering
starts
his
getting
face.
so big and like blocking his vision.
He gains girth instead of length when he lies.
Oh no. So then I haven't seen this. This is the same year.
Fantasia. Do you either?
That's a cool movie.
Well, what is
Yeah,
that?
that's like what what's the that classical piece like Hall of the Mountain King or whatever? Was that made for it, or was the movie made around
I
it,
don't
or
know.
like incorporated it?
The only thing it's basically like a bunch of animated like musical shorts.
Oh,
Kind of like an anthology
Yeah.
almost.
okay, that's cool.
There's like one where Mickey like makes all the little brooms walk around, and there's one, the mountain one I think. Is that one with
Yeah.
a demon on top of it?
Yep.
That
So,
one's a cool one.
were they like related to each other, or was it just kind of
Not
like
really.
They're all just Disney themed.
just okay?
All
That
you
sounds
know,
pretty
generic
lit.
wonder or whatever.
So the next one, a year later, 1941, is Dumbo. And that's,
Dumbo.
that's
More
the-
like Dumbo.
Dumbo. Hey,
Yeah, got him.
got him.
Dumby.
But wasn't that? So it was just it was
No, finish your sentence.
I said dummy thick go.
Dumbo thick.
Dumbo
Yes, this is a peak podcast.
But wasn't that just the one where it was an elephant, he had big ears, and he got bullied and committed suicide? Like, you know.
Well, the last part
He
was
attempted
not as true.
suicide, but his
He
natural
got drunk
abilities
though.
stopped him.
He did get drunk as fuck in that movie.
Really?
To the point where he started seeing like elephants.
I thought that was supposed to be like a hallucinogenic metaphor.
Okay, well, if he's an elephant, seeing
But he
other
got drunk.
elephants, is that like, or no? Were there? He was the only because he got stolen for a circus, right? Or something,
Yeah.
something like that. So
He
there
also
were-
fly.
Man, I saw that
Fly.
movie like 10 times when I was like really young, and
I think I saw it once.
I don't remember
Yeah.
a moment of it.
I don't remember anything about what happens in the movie. The central plot. That's all I know is
He can like fly or something.
yeah, you can fly. He has such big ears, you can fly with them.
Do you think like that was released around the same time as like, you know, a whole World War thing was happening? Do you think Dumbo helped the Allies in Germany, or was he complicit in the German advance by not helping the Allies?
I think he was one of the dive bombers during the Pearl Harbor attack.
Oh no!
Wait. Well, yeah.
You
I
heard
guess-
him before you saw him. It was one of the most terrifying noises.
I want
Just like
to
an
make an
elephant
edit
horn.
for that. Like have no that. You're
I
giving
am
me
going to be
some
doing
bad
this
ideas.
the entire podcast, by the way.
I mean, I don't know what else we're gonna do. We're so unqualified to talk about the things we talk about.
What is there
We're-
interesting to talk about with Disney? It's like, man, yeah, they own all of media. They made some good shit once, but now they just kind of like own stuff.
Hey, Moana.
I mean,
we'll get to Moana.
Statistically,
That's
they make
recent.
good stuff just by how much stuff they own.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, this was back in the day when they were
humble.
They were humble. They only were making hundreds of millions.
Not the most.
Only hundreds of millions.
Actually, does it
like
say?
a small, tiny amount.
It doesn't. I was hoping it would tell me maybe how much money. I should have.
If it
prepared
were a
more, but-
loan, it would be a small one.
So following Dumbo, a year later, they followed up with Bambi. And that's one where it's just, instead of getting bullied, her mom died or something, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
then-
just same depressing
It's
storyline.
the one where you hear a gunshot and Bambi, which I think is a guy, right? Even though he sounds like a girl.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And he literally just until he finds his dad being like, "Your mom's dead." It's like he's just sitting on the top of the hill, like looking all Chad-like. He looks like he's relieved to be able to find another like mate. He's just like, "Son, your mom's dead," and then like
I'm going to go find some more pussy.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is actually like a sad movie with like a pretty effectful. Scene.
No, yeah. We are kind of just like glossing over a lot of these because, they're not like fresh in our memory, but like, especially some of these older Disney movies, they are really good. So we're not like shitting on these. We're just having fun with
Maybe
them.
Dumbo a little bit.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, more the premise, because I remember liking it, but then again, I was like 9 when I watched it probably.
Wait, when was
So,
Bambi released?
Bambi was released 1942.
Do you think a Nazi shot Bambi's mom, or was it like
I mean,
a U.S.
back then they
soldier?
were just around more.
Yeah, there were like statistically a lot more Nazis back then.
So the chance of him dying versus, Moana.
How many episodes are going to bring up Nazis in?
Have we brought up Nazis a lot?
Kind
done
of
that
in different
before?
formats. In
Well, I mean,
different
the
ways.
historical episode, that was going to be obvious.
I mean, you know, they kind of did that whole like attempted world conquest thing back in the 40s. So like, I'd say it's fair to talk.
I guess
about
maybe
them.
because we're talking about 40s.
yeah, because that's kind of there we go. That's
I'm saying
our
if we
excuse.
talk shit about Nazis too much, we might have Walt Disney and his head rolling in his vault somewhere.
Well,
Do
it's
you remember
frozen,
those
so-
like VHS things where it's there are these weird like pre-roll ads on Disney VHSs which were like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, buy the special collector's box because it's going in the Disney vault, whatever the fuck that is, and it's never going to be released again. Of course, it gets fucking released again. It's Disney.
Yeah.
Not just gonna not make money.
And that's also like, because these movies came out in 1940. I was born like 55 years later. So by the time I watched these movies, and it's been like 70 years plus. So it's not like, I mean, I guess they obviously weren't thinking about like, oh, what if someone 70 years from now watches this? They're probably not concerned about that. But like, it was always weird to see advertisements for things. That's like when I was reading comic books, and that like that I bought like a collection of old comic books, and I would like go to the back, and there would be all those like decoder rings and all these things you could buy, and I was like, oh, that's cool as hell. Can't buy any of them because those don't exist. Like the company itself that was selling those things don't exist. So I don't know. That was something. So the next one, I have no clue what it is. 1943. Probably gonna mess this up. Saludos amigos.
I've never heard of that.
I know the next one though.
So okay, what's the next one then?
It's the three. I can't pronounce it. Caballeros.
Yeah, in 1945, the three Cabello
The Three Cabela's. It's actually a continuation
Cabela's.
of Bambi, where the hunter goes and like buys more bullets.
He realizes
to kill
he
Bambi's
shot a doe
dad.
on accident, and that's illegal. So he
He has to
fled to
cover his
Mexico.
tracks.
He goes back to kill Bambi's
So what
dad.
is it about?
It's a really, really weird movie where Donald Duck specifically
Oh,
teams up with two other bird characters.
is that the hockey one?
No, it's not the hockey one.
Oh.
There's a lot of Donald Duck themed movies now I think about him. But this one, he teams up with like two other bird people, and they become the Three Caballeros. And there's a bunch of little short stories in the movie that have nothing to do with it. But then there's also them. It's really, really. There's a part where Donald becomes a bee and becomes attracted to a woman flower, and it's weirdly sexual. Yeah.
Okay, so if you need Donald Duck getting it on with some flowers, watch the Three Cabello.
Watch him
Cabelleros.
pollinate all day,
Cabello.
every day.
So then a year later, I don't know what this is. Make Mine Music.
Never heard of that.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead. So
And
1947.
we're really being thorough.
I know. Yeah. Exactly. Next one. Still don't know. Fun and Fancy Free.
Yeah, never heard of that.
I mean, I really apologize if like somehow one of the ones we just skim over is
I
you
don't-
guys' favorite.
If that's your favorite, you're wrong. Those are too
You
obscure.
haven't even watched it. You don't
hipster.
know if they're
you
wrong.
hipster. There's no reason for you to like specifically be like, oh man, the Three Cabela's is my favorite. I love the Three Cabela's. Anyone who talks shit about the Three Cabela's, I'm chopping off their feet. All right, like I don't think there's any super fans like that. If there are, please don't chop off my feet. I need them. OnlyFans.
Just looking at your face and then Matthew's face, like as you're giving that little speech, that was the best moment I think of 2020. I mean, it's not a very high bar to
it's not a very
break,
hard bar.
but so then a year later, we got Melody Time. Don't know what that is. Okay, moving on. A year later, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Ichabod Crane.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Where's that from? Never mind.
I don't know. Okay, so skipping on. This one, I have no clue what this one is.
yeah,
1950, Cinderella. What's Cinderella? I don't.
What?
Never. Okay, so go.
Okay,
moving on.
so yeah, moving on past that.
No, but Cinderella. That's probably like the most. I mean, now it's probably Frozen. With obviously, but like. I
Of
feel
course,
like
it's in the
before,
vault.
That was. Cinderella's probably like the most like stereotypical like. Because Cinderella's
It's like
the one with
where a
the glass
lot of those
slipper
tropes came from.
yeah. 'Cause-
It's peak Disney formula.
Yeah.
But I mean, it started.
It's a good way to
with
put it,
formula.
like Disney formula, because we were talking about, we'll get to it more when we talk about Moana, but like you were mentioning, like, why is she a princess? And it's like, oh, because she's technically, it's like, yeah, they do have like just a formula, and I think Cinderella probably because Cinderella probably did really well, so probably like cemented that,
Well, then Snow White, was she a princess? I guess they're all princesses, so yeah.
yeah, or something. I don't. Also, Princess Leia,
Yeah.
now a Disney princess. That joke's only like what 6 years old. So then, okay, this is 1951. This is probably like my favorite Disney movie that has ever come out, but is Alice in Wonderland. That movie is both that one and even the live action remake I liked as well. But talking about just the animated one, that movie is so trippy.
God damn hippies. Ruining America with your smoking caterpillar. Did you know the live action one was rated PG-13? Or it was either R or PG-13 because of the smoking caterpillar. Like this dragon thing gets its head cut off. The censors are like, nah, we don't care about that. That blue caterpillar that smokes
Smoking
at the beginning.
hookah. And it's a hookah too. It's not like anything.
Yeah, it's not like, he's got
that
like a black jacket on, has a cigarette in his mouth, and it's like, it's cool to smoke, kids.
Was 101 Dalmatians PG-13?
I don't think so.
That chick smoked.
That was in the past.
Yeah, but
that's
she
fine.
was like a, evil bitch.
Everyone
She's
smoked
like,
back then.
But so why is Alice in Wonderland? Are you saying the?
You ever
I'm
watch
saying the
version?
live action.
Oh, the live action.
Like
Okay,
remake.
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know what the old one
Yeah,
is
it's probably
rated.
just PG. But yeah, no,
Probably
Alice in
R.
Wonderland.
It was
It
smoking.
is. It's so unique. You know what I mean? Like now, there's probably a lot of like down the rabbit hole type things. But like I don't know, just especially for its time, like I think the visuals.
When
are
was it
amazing.
Released?
1951.
They're
That's
amazing
cool.
for the time.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
well animated.
I am
All these-
really surprised that wasn't released in the 60s.
One of the core parts of what makes a Disney movie good is they're always well animated. They always put like the money down on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing you can never fault him for is under budget in a film.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially like when it comes to animation, like having a bigger budget and animation type stuff is like really helpful and important because
Yeah,
like
it's just one of those things, no matter what your vision is, if you don't have enough money, you won't be able to animate it.
yeah. And so Alice in the Wonderland, probably one of my favorite on this entire list. So
What's your, what makes it your favorite?
I love the whole like it's just one conundrum after another that like is just like it doesn't make any like logical sense. Like so, and it's almost like puzzles. So like when she goes in at first and there's a key like hole, but I don't know like what order of events it was, but it's like she was too small, so she ate a little thing that made her too big, and then she like couldn't fit through the door, so she had to like I don't know. It just like it's one after another, just constant.
You know
like what the hell is happening?
Alice reminds me of all those what's Ghibli movies?
Oh,
You know how they make
Studio
those
Ghibli.
weird, quirky spiritual worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
And I also just like the kind of theme and the lesson to be learned from Alice in Wonderland because I think it's like she's supposed to be married to some noble guy or something. It's almost like an anti-Disney movie because it's like she's supposed to be married to someone, I think, at least, from what I remember. And then she doesn't want to and she, discovers this whole, kind of escape, from reality. I don't know.
So what was the lesson in that?
Well, I can't remember how does it end? Like she gets
I
in
know
and
the
she's just
book.
like, no, I'm not going to marry any.
Well, that's the new movie. I don't know what the old movie ends like. I think it's more just isn't the whole point is that they hint that she was into the world earlier when she was a kid, but she kind of left that recently and this now.
Oh, like she rediscovered her imagination.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
kind of like it's a lot like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Now that I think about it.
Oh no! Don't you compare Alice
best
in Wonderland
Disney movie.
to Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Don't
I
you
forbid
compare that trash movie Alice in Wonderland to the magnum opus of
Did
creativity
you see there's
that is
talks
Shark Boy?
that they're making another one?
Why would they make another one?
Because one, kids are gonna still watch it, and two, dumbasses like y'all are gonna watch it.
You're goddamn right.
That's why they're making.
I'm watching that in theaters if it comes out there.
Oh,
Exact-
same.
that's what
I don't care if I catch the disease and die. All right, I need to see that on the big screen. You know what I want? I want those like shitty like blue and red 3D because that's how I saw the first Shark
They had
Boy.
those
Lava
themed
Girl.
ones too, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, they had like shark ones.
They have like
and-
printed and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, so we talked about a lot of that because it, my favorite. But so moving on, 1953, we have Peter Pan, and that one has more of a lesson that I can actually like say.
What do you
for sure
think of
what it is.
the Indian kids or Native American kids? To that
Were
age?
they just were they actually Native Americans or were they just kids pretending to
They
be
were
Native
kids
Americans?
pretending to be Native Americans.
In what context?
I just remember reading some article about people getting angry about it. I haven't actually seen the movie, so I don't know like where they take that.
Wait, so what happens in it?
Well, there's all these lost kids on the island, if I remember, and like they just pretend they live in teepees, and they decide
Oh.
to start doing tribal stuff, and they go look, they do like the la, 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 and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's a little questionable now.
But if it's just the kids pretending to be native, those people, it's maybe just them being kids, but it's still offensive
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. Man, that's crazy because like there's probably a lot of things in some of these that are
old Disney. Well, it's old.
Song of the South.
Is that yeah? That thing you tried to get us off the topical. You don't want to talk about. Was that even released? Is that on that list, or are they like
when was that?
stalling
When did that
that
come
away
out?
from?
Yeah.
All I know is it's Disney related. I thought it was one of their core ones. It had to be earlier rather than later.
I don't know what makes something a core and not a core.
Just
I don't,
for the people
Here, I
who
can look
don't
it
know, like Song of the South is. I'm not sure if it's like Disney related, but it's Disney affiliated, and it's basically one of those like slavery as like a good thing for the people that are enslaved, which is obviously bullshit.
Yeah.
But it was like presented in like that happy like Disney way, where it's like this guy talking to like animated birds,
Oh.
and it's yikes all around. I'll tell you that much.
It came in 1946, and it was kind of animated, but also kind of live action. So maybe that's why it doesn't fit the bill.
oh, okay.
It's kind of like a precursor to Who Framed Robert Rabbit.
Robert Rabbit?
Roger
Who framed Robert the Hare?
California. Okay, so following that, 1955, we have Lady and the Tramp. That's a good movie. Obviously, don't remember many parts about it except like the two dogs like eating spaghetti together, kissing. That's
There's a
probably-
live action one coming out too, because
Oh,
they're
really?
doing all the new
live
ones.
action.
Why are they
Yeah,
not live at?
You mean just animated? Just that's one
Well,
thing
okay.
that pisses me off.
With
They're
that one,
saying
there's
live
probably
action.
people in it. But with Lion King, I don't understand how you consider it a live action movie if all the animals there are CGI. They're not even like trained animals in it. They're CGI animals.
Yeah.
Just so realistic that
That they call it live
They
action.
call it live action, and it's kind of true.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So Lady and the Tramp. pretty
Disney
cool.
confuses me. Like, why can't they just make good stuff? I could
They are
almost
making
forgive
good
them for
quality
having-
stuff. They're just not.
Well, I mean, the thing is the argument is like, Lion King is good. I mean, most people would say it's good. Live action Lion King, it's the same thing, just in it remastered graphics. So it's like it's still good, but like it's not original. It's not, But that's what's probably printed them too much money. So,
Yep. People,
we also
if
got
they
Will Smith
release
as a
it, we'll
genie.
go see it.
oh yeah, they even had to. They had to. Okay, so we'll
You know
talk
what?
about
I'm
that
happy
more
they
when we get
made
to
that
Lion
just
King.
because of the cursed images. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
be on topic.
So 4 years, there's a 4-year period between Lady and the Tramp and then in 1959, Sleeping Beauty. And that's just probably more, formulaic.
I like that one just because, besides that princess being the most useless princesses out of all of them, because the whole movie is just her being asleep and having to be rescued. The actual guy rescuing him is pretty fucking cool. It's standard, but it's a guy literally going on a quest to fight a demon queen woman, like a sorceress. And
Yeah.
She turns into a dragon. He stabs her.
Sounds sick.
Yeah, I always liked that villain in it because the whole poison apple thing. I guess it's
No, that was Snow White.
oh.
Yeah, it was a spinning wheel, right, for Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, yeah, she did the thing.
And then she poked her finger and I'm so delicate, like that.
So Snow White was also.
Yeah, she also died, but that was her technically dying, and then she got a kiss and she got up. That's why
Oh.
True Love's kiss is such a trope.
Okay, yeah, so that just shows how trope. I mean, okay, I'm not fully excusing my ignorance on the topic that we're supposedly talking about on our professional as hell podcast.
Very.
But
Very.
I guess it kind of just goes to show it is that's how formulaic they are. I mean, some of the same shit happens in some of the movies.
But
you know what I mean?
it's done well.
I mean, yeah.
It's kind of like how if you watch the original trilogy of Star Wars, it can feel kind of tropey, where it's just it made the tropes, so of course it feels tropey because
Yeah.
it's where they originated.
It's so iconic, yeah, that it created the tropes. But watching back at them, they don't age well because
They are the
technically tropey.
tropes
Yeah.
that are all worn out by now.
Yeah. So 2 years after that, 1961, you get 101 Dalmatians. I love that movie. I love the live action movie.
If there had been one less Dalmatian, I would have enjoyed it. Right.
You don't like the odd number?
Oh,
No, I don't like odd numbers. They're too odd for me.
See, I wonder if
Yeah.
in 101 Dalmatians, the real one, or not the real one, the live action one, I wonder if those Dalmatians were real.
There should have been one less. There should have been one less than the real one.
They probably did the thing where there was a live action dog, but then they just CGI'd the mouth to make it move or something.
Well, did the Dalmatians?
I thought they talk in those movies.
Oh yeah, they do. I know the adult ones do. I don't. Yeah.
I want a realistic take on that, where instead of the two, the couple that owns the dogs being all happy about all the dogs, they're just like, holy shit, you have to feed 101 living things.
And then like
You know what would have made that better?
no,
There's
don't.
one less.
But I was gonna say in your realistic 101 Dalmatians, if they like then like animal control gets like called on them, they're like, guys, you know the limit is 6 pets in this city, right? Like you are like 97 over.
Do you know how much shit 101 dogs make? This is a health hazard. What is wrong with you?
Because then they
Is this
live in
a-
an apartment. I thought they did. They live in an
And they live in
apartment?
like England, like one of those English Victorian. Isn't it like a Victorian?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's.
I
I
don't think it's
remember there
Victorian, I
being
think it's-
cars in that.
Yeah, there's cars. So it's a little
Yeah.
later than that.
Anyone that's watching this that is actually a fan, like a super fan of all of this.
Yeah,
stuff,
that's watching all these-
probably-
We're
very
right.
upset.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
we
don't
We just-
remember it.
So each generation has the movies they grow up watching. So once we get to like the 90s,
Yeah,
the ones that came out in the
that's true.
90s,
These are really
we're all
old.
gonna know those.
So
An extremely
I don't know
goofy
this
movie.
one. 1963, The Sword in the Stone.
Oh, that was my shit.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. What was it? I don't
All
know
right,
what
it was. Some people don't like it. They're fucking wrong. All right, it is quality as hell. You have this old man wizard Merlin guy, and of course you have Arthur. He's this little bitch boy or something. He's poor, I think. And basically, Merlin goes like, "You're destined for greatness, kid. Come with me." And they go on this kind of like anthology of adventures. And there was one that I distinctly remember as a kid, and thinking back on as an adult.
Is it the evil woman wizard?
No, it's the squirrel. What is it? The squirrel scene, which I
Oh, that's different.
absolutely believe. Wait,
Is
am
it
I
different?
thinking of a different movie?
No. That's in the same movie. I'm thinking like that's a different scene.
Yeah, but it's like an anthology.
So what's the squirrel scene?
I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe like plenty, like more than one person, at least like a number of people, I should say, were made furries by that scene. Because it's like, he gets transformed into squirrel.
But they're just like regular squirrels.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's talk about the scene. I think if I remember, who gets turned into a squirrel?
Both of them.
And then there's a female squirrel
Yeah.
that wants to fuck
The kid.
the kid.
Yeah.
Whoa!
How old is he?
Whoa!
Okay, squirrels only live
Yeah,
like a
it's fine.
decade or so.
I don't know how that translates.
Pedophilia is okay if they're squirrels.
Okay, but like, how does that work if like, if the squirrel is of like its
Okay.
You know what we're not
So,
talking about?
The Sword in the Stone, great movie.
Yeah, it's
4
great.
years later, 1967, we have The Jungle Book.
That's a fun movie.
That's a good,
That's got
just
some
fun
good music. in
Yeah,
it.
good
Yeah.
music. You know, good old wholesome fun in the jungle.
Very much.
I learned a lot about wildlife in that movie.
Yeah.
Did that
What
turn
was
you
the
into a
bear
furry?
song?
No, that did not turn me into a furry. But I
You didn't
highly-
want to fuck the bear?
No,
That's
I just want to
disappointing.
know about the one. There was. It's a prequel to the Rising of the Planet of the Apes because there's that one ape that wants to learn fire so it can rise its race into humanity level technology, and just like take over the world.
Yeah, Matthews.
I don't remember
Matthews
that
working
plot
on a
point, but I
video,
haven't seen
a
it.
movie theory video. No.
You need to make like a 3-hour video dissecting a 1.5-hour movie.
It is a monkey that wants to become like learn fire, and that's actually like, what if that actually happened? In like,
That's. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're pretty smart, man.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 years later, the aristocrats.
Aristocats.
Aristocats.
is that the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that.
Is that the one with the Asian cats? There's like these Siamese.
No, that's a Lady in the Tramp.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
What
because
is
like
the Aristocats? Just a bunch of
the
stuck-up-
Aristocats is
Like,
it's pretty good. Wait, do you have anything to say about the Aristocats?
No, I'm still stuck on the Siamese cats that are racist.
All right, yeah, that was
the-
Lady in the Tramp.
No,
Go
that's the one with the crows that have like racial like black voices that are like racial stereotypes. I think. There's a lot of.
ahead. Well, Disney's.
I'm getting my old movies mixed up.
yeah. Once we get to the more recent ones, so I mean, we're getting there. So.
Anyways, the Aristocats.
Oh yeah.
It's about this old lady who's like, she has this lifelong servant butler, and she's about to die because she's old as shit. And the butler's pretty old, but he's not like old. So the old lady leaves her entire fortune to her cats. She has no living relatives, so she's just like, fuck it, give it to my cats. And the butler's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding
I
me?
can
I've
actually use
served
90%
you
of these.
my whole life, and you're giving your fortune to your goddamn cats. So he tries to kill the cats, and of course, for some reason, he's the bad guy because this crazy cat lady decided to give all her money to her cats instead of her like loyal companion throughout life.
That is hilarious.
He does try and drown kittens though, so
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean, I would too if I would get like $1 million. Well, I wouldn't
You heard it here
it.
first,
So,
folks.
all adoption centers in America do not adopt
Do not.
this man any cats.
Yeah, he will drown them.
Yes.
He doesn't even need the $1 million. He's just
Yeah,
into
he's
that.
just gonna do it for fun. So 1973, we got Robin Hood.
That's a fun movie.
That one made people furries.
Yeah, that one did.
Definitely.
Because that was the first, like, one of the more like anthropomorphic ones.
Oh, okay. mean,
I never saw that one.
So also, you're speaking about all these of like these like a personal story about like how you watched these movies and were awoken in some way.
Oh no, I just like, you ever see something and you see like exactly where a certain mindset comes from?
I mean,
It's
that's
like
fair,
that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like,
I got that was Zootopia. I was like,
oh, that was just furry bait right there.
I don't think it was furry bait.
No, I mean, but
But-
All right, but
they
like,
had to, like,
that was a demographic that they were considering.
yeah. So okay, so 1977, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I haven't seen that movie. I've seen Winnie the Pooh though. Winnie the Pooh's pretty
I saw
wholesome.
the Tigger one. That one's metal.
I
The ending
I
of
don't
that
watch
is.
Chinese movies a lot. I never saw that one.
Hey.
Hot takes.
Banned in China now. Woo. No, 1977, The Rescuers. Don't know what that is.
I
Oh
heard
wait, is that the one with the albatross?
that's the second one. The first one sucked, kind of.
Okay, then I only saw the second one.
Okay, so 1981, The Fox and the Hound.
That one's amazing.
I never
Do you know
saw
the sequel to
one.
that? There's a
I
sequel
don't
to
think
that
I've seen
one.
any of that.
Okay, so the first movie is like a really, honestly, one of my favorite stories, and it's one of the more darker ones. It's about a fox and a hound as kids. They're friends, but one's a wild fox and one's just a hound owned by the local hunter guy. And then as they grow up, he becomes a guard dog, and the fox gets like a family, and he has to like scavenge, like hunt
Oh,
for his
okay.
family, and the dog has to like stop him, but they're used to be friends.
That's a cool premise.
Really, but the sequel is the prequel, and they start a country band when they're younger,
Oh.
and that's the sequel. It was made in the 90s, I think.
You know what? That makes sense.
It's so dumb.
90s sequels or something else.
So 1985, we got The Black Cauldron. I don't know what that is.
Wow,
You guys
this.
do-
Oh, that one's a fun one. That one has basically a Gollum.
All right, I've seen a
rip-off
clip of
character.
it. I've
He-
never seen it.
It's like a little guy that's. I mean, he's like he's more morally okay. I think he's just hungry a lot of the time. But it's just your standard goes to. It's like a standard like guy goes to a fantasy world.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he.
Wait, gets transported to?
I think he already was in the place.
All right. No isekais.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
not an isekai.
So 1986, we get The Great Mouse Detective. Excuse me.
It couldn't have been that good.
I don't know what that one is. I haven't seen
I
it.
heard the like there's some cool parts about it, but I haven't much.
Okay.
I haven't
So
seen it.
1988, Oliver and Company.
I don't even know what the fuck
What?
that is.
Don't know what that is. See, there's a big gap because like some of the older ones that are classics we've obviously seen when we were kids. The new ones we'll talk a little
Was
bit more
Disney always on just the statistics game where they're like, all right, let's just pump out movies. Some
about.
of
Yeah, I
these
mean,
will
there's
stick.
normally like only.
I thought that was
1
only
to
a
2
more
years.
recent development. Damn.
So 1989, a year later, you get The Little Mermaid, which The Little Mermaid's fire. I'll say I watched that price because my grandma used to have like all the like VHS tapes and stuff, and so I used to just watch those all the time. Little Mermaid, pretty good.
Ariel's a simp.
For who?
The prince guy. But it's like leave her friends and family.
Oh, that's
Like
That's
all because she's like, look at that dry land. Look at that dry. Wait, no, was it the prince who simped for her? Never mind. My memory is
one of
foggy.
them was a simp though. That's all.
The
that
villain
matters.
dies pretty brutally too. She gets stabbed by like the broken part.
No, Ariel. Oh wait.
The,
Sorry.
the giant octopus woman, whatever her name is, gets stabbed by like the mast.
Oh dang.
Oh, not the mast. The
Yeah,
front
like through
part.
the.
It's
the
broken.
stern?
Yeah, the stern, and like it hits her like in the chest.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's pretty metal. What were you say, Dan?
I think Ariel wanted to be on dry land, and then the prince was like, "Who is that amazing but mute person?" I think that's how it went.
It's because she was hot. I guarantee that's why he was attracted to her.
Oh yeah.
No, it was the mute. He had a fetish for mutes.
They don't talk.
1990, The Rescuers Down Under, which
That one's the bomb one I've heard. It's the rescuers go to Australia and there's like this hunter guy that's trying to hunt.
My brother and I had that on VHS, and we watched that like pretty much every other day as kids. It was pretty good.
Isn't there a plot line? Is this the guy wants to propose to the girl mouse the whole time? And
Yep.
There's always a reason
And there's
why he
always
can't.
something that comes up.
Which is also a thing that happens in Frozen 2, I think.
that is hilarious. Yeah, I haven't seen that. So, but what I have
When does
seen
Spider-Man show up in that one?
a year later, you get Beauty and the Beast, and I really like that one because it's like one of the more original, like
Ideas.
non-original Disney movies. Yeah, like because it's still a little tropey. You know, obviously it created the tropes, but like I liked the concept of like the guy, you know, looking terrible and ugly, and everyone's like, ew. But she's like, no, he's nice on the inside. And that's the whole movie. You
But
don't have to
was
watch
he?
it now.
Well, I mean, I guess like after she started being nice, but like
Oh,
she was
wasn't
kept
he
there
nice?
against her will at
Yeah,
first.
there's a little weird part about
Pretty
that.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty.
You could probably
messed up.
chalk it up to Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
So, 1992, you got Aladdin. Aladdin's a pretty good movie. I like the music in Aladdin is
Pretty good.
it's pretty good. Yeah, and I liked the genie was
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Yeah,
Rip
the original genie. Yeah, that man. It's just like Robin Williams is so like every role he was in that I've seen. It's just like it was so wholesome or like so awesome in some way, and yeah, it definitely makes it kind of sad that
Except when we played a stalker character in a movie. That wasn't very wholesome, but he played a
Robin
stalker in
Williams
one of his
in Aladdin?
movies. No, not in Aladdin.
Oh.
In one of his movies.
You don't remember that scene where the genie just like stared at Jasmine from a balcony for like 3 hours?
that was the director's cut. So then we get 2 years later, The Lion King, which we've already talked about a little bit. You know, that is probably one of the most popular Disney animated movies. I think that was the first one they turned into their live action ones.
No, there was a couple more before that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
Which one was the first
Yeah,
one?
what came
I
first?
think they did Cinderella.
Or was it Aladdin?
There was Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson in it.
Oh,
and then
yeah, I
was,
forgot about that.
There was a Cinderella one, which I have no memory of coming out or like seeing.
I haven't seen
scenes
any of these live action ones. So, but yeah, Lion King, we've already kind of talked about a little bit, but
I don't think we're really the demographic they're
pretty
aiming
good.
for.
Yeah, that's fair. 1995, Pocahontas, which that was the one.
That one's a little weird because I do remember it fondly, but when you think about the historical.
Yeah, the historical like story of Pocahontas is a woman getting taken from her family, shown off like a prize in Europe, and then dying horribly of diseases from Europe because you know she was Native American and didn't have any like immunities. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, but hey, makes for a good two-hour barrel of fun. So, 1 year later, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I haven't seen that, but I've heard of
It has
it.
Hunchback.
It has like this really good song where
Oh.
this like evil priest guy is like
Oh, that's interesting.
what is it, Hellfire? It's like all orchestral and it's pretty good music. I've
It
never
has,
seen it though. I've just seen the.
It has a religious like
music scenes.
figure as a villain, and that's actually really cool.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, actually, when
time.
did that come out?
When did that come out?
1996.
Okay,
So
I can see that
when that idea was made.
more
Yeah.
like
So-
mainstream.
Then after that, 1997, Hercules. I watched that so many times in
That
high
was
school
my
for some
shit
reason.
when I was a kid. That was a great movie when I was a
It's kind of cool because it's like it's a Disney movie taking like what a Greek or you know whatever like
And it's
story.
one of the more modern-y ones. It's when they start really going modern with it. Well, I think there was like those like soul singers as like the girls on the vase.
Oh,
and then there was like Danny DeVito was the
Oh, I forgot
satyr.
about that. Danny DeVito.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can only see Frank.
That's that. I was pretty much just Frank.
And then the girl.
Just unfortunately, it's Always Sunny has ruined me. I can't see Danny DeVito as anything other than Frank now. And when I see the real human being, Danny DeVito, I just see Frank.
It also has one of the better love interests in any of the Disney movies.
Oh yeah.
It is a bit more like complicated than just like you're hot.
Yeah, you're a princess. I'm a prince. Oh no, I don't want that. But you do. That's like a lot of the Disney
That's James
movies.
Bond's way of doing romance.
So a year later, you got Mulan. Mulan?
Mulan.
Oh, I did pronounce that right. I just sounded weird.
Which has one of the hypest songs in a Disney movie.
All right, wait. I'm pretty sure we're talking about like the same one, but I want to see if we agree.
All right.
So state the title on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Make a
Be
man.
a man.
Okay, well, I said
Yes.
the name of the song.
Wait, what's it called?
Oh, I don't know if it's actually right. I
Yeah,
said
neither
Make a
of
Man
us
You.
know.
But yeah, so
I wish I knew any of the other songs so I could start singing that one. Let it go.
let it go. So apparently they just start pumping these out literally once per year. So we're probably gonna have to like go a little fast on some of them
Right, lightning
until there's
round, I
like
gotcha.
lightning round. But if there's like something you really we'll obviously like make a statement or something on each. But if there's something you really want to talk about, we will. But so 1999, you get Tarzan, which is kind of just more good old.
The villain died even more brutally in that one. Do you
Yeah.
know that?
How do you die?
He was on a bunch of vines and he kept cutting them because he wanted to get out. But then he cut too many and it dropped him. And the last one was around his neck. And it,
Oh
This
jeez.
gets hung.
Oh my gosh.
brutal.
Okay, so 2000, you had Fantasia 2000, which
I think it's the one. That was the one I watched.
I don't know.
That might have been the one I
Fantasia.
watched. 2000.
Fantasia 2000. So I don't know. Oh, no, we got 3 this year. So then in 2000, you also had Dinosaur, which I know a lot of people like that, but I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen
That
that.
was one of the highest grossing movies that year. I looked it up recently.
Oh, really?
'Cause I was watching
Dang.
all those 2000 movies.
I'm sure every one of these
That's
is like
it's
some of
a
their
weird
highest
movie.
grossing.
It's one of the bigger budgets of that movie year too.
Really?
Yeah,
So,
it's about
what
dinosaurs.
was it about?
It's when shit starts going down for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was kind of just like yeah.
Rip.
So then you also had in 2000 The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
And that's a
yeah.
Bond movie. I've seen that probably like 5 times. 2001, you get Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
I love that
I
movie. I don't know if some people don't like it.
I've never seen it, but
Just kind of like stereotypical Atlantis story.
It's just really well animated, and the characters I really like. There's
Okay.
there's an explosive guy. I just want to talk about this joke real quick. The main character is like this architect of interested in the culture of Atlantis. He's like looking. They're at this cavern that they need to get across, and there's a pillar. And he's like, "Oh, this pillar must be thousands of years old. Must took so much craftsmanship." And this explosive guy rigs it to blow up. Blows it up. It goes over to the cavern. He's like, "Look, I made a bridge, and it took me like 10 seconds." And they all go across the bridge.
That is amazing.
sounds like a good character.
So 2002, you get Lilo and Stitch, and that has a soft spot in my heart. I saw that so many times. I played all the like Lilo and Stitch video games.
Oddly enough, I saw like they had a show or whatever. I never saw the original movie.
But yeah, I like.
What was the
saw
movie? Sorry.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I just been recommended recently. The trailers for that when it was first coming out were hilarious.
Really?
They were all like the animated scenes from the old Disney movies, but then Stitch just shows up and fucks something up. Like for the Aladdin one, they were on the little flying thing.
Oh, and
And he just shows up, picks up the girl, and then they go off. And the good Aladdin's like, "What the fuck?"
kills his girl.
Man, Stitch.
Okay, so 2002 also we got Treasure Planet.
I love that movie.
Which I know, yeah, you
We
talked
talked about
heard,
it
like,
extensively in the pirate
critically,
one.
it's pretty good.
in the pirate. Yeah, so watch Pirate episode. 2003 Brother Bear. I don't
I
know what
watched that
is.
one.
There was a
I
Canadian
was a kid,
one.
but I thought it was all right.
Okay.
It was very all right.
So 2004 Home on the Range. Oh, I don't remember that.
I can
Wait,
tell you.
I feel like I remember.
I can tell you the plot of it. I think.
Okay,
It's literally
like
about
around
3
plot.
female cows.
Oh,
cows
wait, never mind, I've
trying
never
to
seen
not
this.
be slaughtered.
Oh, okay, I remember that one. That had like a TV show or something, I think, as well. So
No,
two-
that's back in the barnyard you're thinking
Oh,
of.
well, okay. Well, they're all
Where there's
Completely
male.
different. That is Nickelodeon.
That's the one with the male cows in it.
Did you do any research?
I did not, clearly.
The hell out. So
So I was looking at this
unprofessional.
Wikipedia. So 2005, Chicken Little. I was just the sky is
Oh
falling.
my god,
and he
my
was like
poor
telling everyone.
parents. That movie is kind of shit.
It
but
is.
my brother and I watched that literally every road trip, like over and over on repeat. It would end and we would immediately start it back up.
I feel for your
And both
parents.
of them were like, "You want to watch something else?" We were like, "No, we like this."
That is hilarious.
We did that with Shrek but it was because it was in the DVD of the car every day we went to school. And so there was after the end of that school year, when I just rewatched it again, I was like, I can tell all these lines.
That
I could
is
recount.
terrible.
There was a period of time where I could recount most of those lines. It stopped.
It's never
now.
ogre for you.
Oh no. Okay, well moving on. 2007, Meet the Robinsons.
I liked the movie when I was a kid. It's a decent time travel movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we should have talked about it on the time travel episode. Come on.
Oh, yeah, why didn't we talk about
2008,
that?
you got Bolt. Bolt was like the superhero or the
Superhero dog.
but it was
I remember
like
that one being
It honestly
good.
has one of my favorite premises, to be honest.
Because wasn't it like it was just he was being used like for
Yeah.
capitalism?
He
Like-
was in an action TV show that looked awesome from when I was.
Oh, but he didn't actually have the
Yeah.
superpowers, right? And he
They-
thought
they-
he
because
did.
he was a dog, he didn't know any better, so he actually thought he was
Oh.
in the like
Yeah.
doing those things, and he was that cool.
Yeah.
but he actually was.
That
lame.
was cool. So then 2009, you have the
It's like
Princess
some
and the Frog.
Truman Show shit. Now that you think about it.
That was like a Princess and the Frog was like I saw it at one
Apparently,
point. I
I'm
don't remember it.
Tiana. I took a Disney Princess quiz, and I am her. I've never seen the movie though, so I don't know.
What that entails.
Imagine me as Tiana.
I'm sure she's like badass, like some of these
The
Disney
villain. That's pretty
princesses.
cool, and he also gets dragged down to hell at the end of it.
Damn,
Nice.
that's
I need
brutal.
to see this. Damn.
So 2010, Tangled. From what I watched, I remember it being mediocre.
I remember being pretty good. I liked
So
it.
okay, I mean
but-
yeah. So Tango is just a chick with like really long hair. 2011, Winnie the Pooh. So not Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We just got Winnie the Pooh.
I remember.
Again, I
I don't know
Chinese
between
movies
what
all that
Winnie the
often.
Winnie the Woody.
Winnie the Pooh I've actually seen. 2012, Wreck-It
Ralph.
Wreck-It Wow.
which is awesome.
That's a bomb ass movie.
That's one of the
Pretty
only
good.
like.
Pretty good.
That's one of the best attempts at a video game-ish movie we've had.
Yeah. Ready Player One or Wreck-It Ralph, which is better for you?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph? I think it'd probably be a tie for me. It's kind of a cop-out answer, but 2013, you got Frozen. It's Frozen. It's like the.
Do we even
need to talk about Frozen?
Yeah, we don't even need to talk about Frozen. I mean, like in itself, it's a decent.
It's a good movie.
I just don't know why it's like.
But it's just
This
It's
thing.
one of those things that's shoved down your throat to the point where like I don't want to see it again. I don't want to hear.
Can we talk real quick about the disturbing number of Spider-Man Elsa ship videos on
Oh,
YouTube?
YouTube.
And how that's a whole subgenre of videos on YouTube. Why those two characters? Why is it allowed on YouTube? Just everything
name of-
about it makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
What's the name of the snowman in that movie? Olaf?
Olaf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that the?
No,
Wasn't there like
or
some
was-
25-minute animated short that like played before?
Yeah, they forced. No, it was before like Zootopia or Moana or something or one of their
think it was
future
Moana.
movies. Yeah, they had like a 20-minute like short
short.
that was forced, and there was so much outrage they had to like take it out before. So
I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
watch 20 minutes
yeah,
of something
especially if
else.
you're
I-
not wanting to watch Frozen, you're wanting to watch.
It is
the movie you
Olaf,
went
I think.
to. So
I just want to punt his head. I don't even hate him that much as a character, but I've seen him so much that I don't like him anymore.
yeah, I mean that's probably just most Frozen stuff for us. So then you have Big Hero 6. I never watched that.
I watched it. I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it, even though like it's pretty standard, but like the brother story in that is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So then, 2016, Zootopia. So
Furry bait.
Zootopia, just furry bait.
Also, pretty good movie.
Yeah, honestly, pretty good movie.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't say. So then you got also
Wow, what a
2016,
prude.
Moana. That's a pretty fire movie. I love the Rock in playing.
That's what has one of the catchier songs in recent.
Yeah,
memory.
I have like 4 Moana songs.
Me too.
On my Spotify, they're all pretty good. So then you have 2018, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I want to see that because I love the original Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm a little hesitant.
I heard it was like the pop culture-y.
It's kind of like Ready Player One in that.
Oh,
a little
that's
bit.
that's fair.
Sequel.
So then 2019, you have Frozen 2. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And that is kind of where we're at.
Done?
So yeah, we kind of had to skim over some of them because I think probably one of
This
our
is
longer
a
episodes.
long episode.
Yeah. So
I hope you're ready to hear our ductile voices
Can I do the
for the
BuzzFeed real quick?
entire
Oh yeah,
hour.
Do I
yeah,
have
go
time
ahead.
for that?
Yeah, real fast.
Okay, here, let me find the paper real quick. Before we did all this, decided to take a BuzzFeed quiz I found, and it was basically make your own magic kingdom, and we'll give you what princess you are thing.
Yeah.
And I did it, and this is the answers I gave. They asked me what color scheme I want for my nation, and I said red and blue because red is the color of the people, as you all know.
Oh no.
Trade, I went with the most wholesome for the people. I did diamond mining.
Blood
Good way-
diamonds, yes. Red.
Yeah, exactly. For the vacation home, I decided to do the one that was like the Moana one because it gave 4
Okay,
locations.
gotcha.
It was a remote island I can go away when the people are getting a little too rowdy. For greetings, I did the waving/winking option, which out of the 4, it was like thumbs up, just waving and some others. But then there was one that was just waving / winking. So I didn't know what combination of winking and waving that it was.
Like, you pass over your eyes, one eye is covered, one eye winks. So, like, both your eyes are lost them for a second.
I did that one. For the castle, there was like 4 random images, and there's one that was on an island. I thought that was less likely to be attacked by people. So I picked that one.
Okay.
It was there was one that was like pick a royal perk, and I was like, what is that? And it was like a private jet, stuff, blah blah blah, a bunch of other stuff. And one of them was free clothes, not for the people, of course, just for me. The people.
Yeah, you gotta
they
look fancy.
Yeah, you gotta look fancy.
Well, you know, you're like the representative of the people.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can afford to look nice.
Sidekick, genie, can make jokes, make people easy when things are kind of going harsh.
Okay.
Diamond mining, someone might have died, you know.
Got
You
it,
can
yeah.
crack a joke at the guy, you know,
Yeah.
do a funny impression of him when at his funeral.
Yeah.
Pick a song, and I didn't recognize 3 of the songs. It was like a Cardi B
Song
song.
of the South.
No, I did. I picked Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Billie Eilish.
One of them was like pick a magical attraction of your kingdom, and I picked a desert with a legend of a buried treasure. Pick a man. Doesn't have to be an actual like buried treasure in the desert. It just there's a legend of it. So I give people hope, and maybe they might be able to come with me. You know,
Oh, okay,
give people
gotcha.
a goal to
Right.
work on.
Gotcha.
And then it was like pick an adjective, and then there was a couple of them, and I picked eccentric.
Ooh.
I'm a rather eccentric person, so I think that
Gotcha.
did well for me.
Yes, comrade.
And it was like pick something that's the most fun for you. I did throwing extravagant farty for all the people that have qualified to come in my
Yeah.
castle.
Obviously. Not the
Of
poor
course.
people.
Yeah.
No,
they
the
have
people.
yeah, it's the people.
Oh,
They
no
don't
people.
want to come though because
Yeah.
they're so busy producing
and the diamond mines.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
For the family.
Gotcha.
for the people.
And pick a power for I guess me as being a princess. And it was a couple of them, and I did reading minds, so I get to know my people a lot better.
Know which ones are telling the truth. And
Yeah,
Loyal.
just know
Which ones like don't have the interests of the people at mind?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I got Rapunzel.
Nice. So apparently Rapunzel is a just dictator,
Fascist.
fascist. Yeah.
I mean, she's got the blonde hair and everything, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Does she have blue eyes?
I don't know.
Bring back Nazis.
No, she doesn't have
That's
blonde
a
hair at the end of
Nazi
it.
joke,
But
everybody.
Nazis. But so if you somehow are still with
Should we
us,
talk about like Wolfenstein or something to like balance out?
no.
No, we're already like 2 billion years. Wait, we talked about Wolfenstein on one of the things.
We did.
BJ Blazkowicz is my favorite Disney princess.
Me too. Yeah. So thank you guys for staying with us if you are still here. And if we somehow just glossed over your favorite one that you know, which we probably did, let us know, how terrible people we are in the comments down below. That's always the best part. But thank you guys for watching.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.